Ipob Nigeria Limited, in bracket DOS, is at it again. Anyway, let me read the headline before I tender my greetings to everybody. Those supporting Ekpa's faction are criminals. Ipob Nigeria. Why do I bring this news? Rather, I'm not supposed to even bring any news that have anything to do with Ipob Nigeria. But why I bring this news is for me to let the general public and also the world to know that these people they lack what they call vision. They have no direction. They are just like a sheep without a shepherd. Fine and good, they have been on this struggle for many years without nothing to achieve for. The only person who made a meaningful contribution to that movement is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who opened the eyes of every man and every woman, even including Western world and the African nations, to know what they're supposed to be doing and what they're supposed to do to get their freedom. Apart from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, every other person in Ipob Nigeria and DOS are all criminals. Because this one is just in a case of pot calling kettle black. And the main reason himself I bring this news is because this Ipob Nigeria who keep on calling Simon Ekpa agent provocateur, agent of Nigeria, agent of APC, agent of PDP, agent of PPC, agent of Tunumbu, agent of Asorok. Now they don't call him agent of Asorok again. Now they said criminals. God have mercy. That is a clear message that these people have no direction. In fact, they have lost it all. They are just behaving like a frustrated she-goat. A frustrated she-goat. That is what they are behaving like. But pardon me if this word is not appropriate, but that is what I think. And one more thing I observe in this news, any news that concerns Biafra, in a negative part, or any news that concerns Simon Ekpa or Brgie in a negative part, this monkey called Oluwa Adeniyi is always the purveyor of the news. He always the one that carries it. But any good news about the Biafra, you can never see her carried it. You watch out in this news now. What she wrote now is either prescribed or outlawed. I have about 5 headlines or 6 headlines now that I'm going to treat this morning. All of the 4 or 5 headlines or 6, 4 or 3 of it now is the same Enioluwa Adeniyi. So anywhere where they begin to Google this name, if na for because this is how the Yoruba propagandists are spoiling the image of Biafrans both home and abroad, using their propaganda media houses. This Enioluwa Adeniyi, Ogun that come from his own side must surely buy her. She will never escape it, whether it's he or she, I don't care. But let us proceed. But first of all, happy New Day, happy Sunday, and happy month of December. It shall be well with all of us in this new month. If you believe it, let me hear a louder amen at the comment section. This month, and don't forget, my wonderful brothers and sisters, this is our month of giveaway. 20-something, we are giving away some things to our audience. It might not get to everybody, but if you have opportunity to be online that day, because we are going to make the announcement on live, and those people who complied on that live is the ones that will got the little token I have for my fans. Don't forget, I did it last year, and this year I'm also doing it. Every end of the year, as the spirit leads, that is what I will be doing, at least to give out to the society the little that God have given to more, or to us in the Okute Daily Talk family. So please, Let us continue with other headlines. This one is another headline. Ekpa supporters declare United States of Biafra at Finland conference. How can you say Ekpa supporters? How can Ekpa have supporters? What Ekpa have is government. If you're talking about Ekpa supporters, that means all the whole followers of Ekpa in the whole world then just gather in Finland and declare Biafra, United States of Biafra. Can you imagine this? And surprisingly again, Enioluwa Adeniyi, she's the one that reported this news. If he does not, 2027, if he does well or he does not well, we will all work against him. Arewa Youth speaks on Tinubu's fate. Abuja herbalist battles for life after shooting self while testing bulletproof charm. Ew, sorrow. Uncertainty as a Port Harcourt refinery has operations loading bare empty. They go to buy a fuel or rather PMS from Dangote and they sell it to Nigeria. Which kind of government is this? Who brought all these people to power? Government of lies. But these same people, Nigerians, they are deceiving, will not say anything. All their focus now is Simon Ekpa and Brgie, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, Brgie, Igbos. And Tinubu are busy loose guarding them. NNPC, look at what is happening there. From their producing to what they sold is old stock that have been there for 3 years to buy from Dangote and sell and retail to Simon Ekpa to spend Christmas in jail over terrorism charges. Guess what? Who reporter? Enioluwa Adeniyi. I told you guys what he or she always report about the Biafrans or about Simon Ekpa is the negative news. Anyway, let us go straight to the reason why we're here. Please like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe. The indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, has distanced itself from the recent declaration of the United States of Biafra at a convention in Lahti, Finland, organized by supporters of Ekpa. In a statement on Saturday by Ipob's spokesperson, Emma Powerless, rejected any links to the event, describing those backing Ekpa as criminals supporting illegal activities to destroy their land. The declaration was made during a convention organized by Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, who introduced herself as the Chief of Staff of the United States of Biafra and the convener of the Biafran Declaration of the Restoration of the United States of Biafra Convention 2024. Oyibo. Videos from the event, which circulated widely on social media, showed participants waving flags, or rather waving Biafran flags and chanting slogans. Ipob firmly disassociated itself from the declaration, emphasizing that it does not recognize Ekpa's faction activities. Powerful stated, or rather Powerless stated, Ipob has no involvement in any conference. Those peoples, that's Ekpa's faction, are criminals supporting illegal activities to destroy our land. There is no such thing as declaration of Biafra from our side. Any claim that Ipob is hosting a conference is false. When Ipob decides to make such an important announcement, the whole world will know. Those making such statements are fake. The spokesperson for the Movement for the Translation of the Sovereign State of Biafra, Sunday Edison, in reaction to the report, stated that if Ipob succeeded in the realization of Biafra through its declaration, Masob will accept and rejoice with them. You get the point now, eh? He added that the British government would never support the freedom of Biafra. I know. Edison said, everyone has a right to declare. They declare their freedom in Finland, but we know that we are still under Nigerian leadership. We support them. Declaring independence in Finland doesn't mean we are free from the Nigerian government. We are still use Nigerian currency, and security agencies are still from Nigeria. So we are still under Nigeria's control. Can't you see that this guy make a little bit of sense? That if the declaration in Finland serves the interest of the whole Biafrans, they are in support of it. But these Ipob businessmen, awkward men, they say that they're not in support of it because it now come from them. Ekpa supporters declare United States of Biafra at Finland conference by Enioluwa Adeniyi, the monkey. Supporters from Simon Ekpa, self-proclaimed leader of the Biafra Republic government in exile, gathered in Lahti, Finland on Friday to declare the formation of the United States of Biafra. The event touched Biafra Mass Exodus 2024 drew significant attention after videos circulating on social media earlier in the week showed an influx of Nigerians arriving in Finland to participate. The conference comes days after finance authorities arrested Ekpa on the charges of incitement to violence and terrorism financing. Despite his detention, his followers pushed forward with their agenda, according to Punch. An ex-user Adeoluwa tweeted, "Huge in Finland, under His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Biafra, Simon Ekpa, the redeclaration of the independent state of Biafra, United States of Biafra, is in full swing. This historic independent moment is championed by the people of Biafra. We are a nation." The convener of the convention, who introduced herself as the Chief of Staff of the United States of Biafra and organizer of the Biafra Declaration of the Restoration of the United States of Biafra Convention 2024 in Finland, is Dr. Ngozi Chukwu Orabueze. The Punch noted that several online sources revealed that Orabueze is a family nurse practitioner in Atlanta, Georgia, with expertise in treating diabetes, bipolar disorder, and depression, among other conditions. Ekpa appointed her in March of 2023 as Minister of Health, Oil and Gas, Biafra Republic Government in exile. Orabueze, who has over 17,500 followers on X and more than 12,000 on Facebook, wrote on November 27 that the convention will take place in Latte and will kick off with a live X space event. On November 28, she wrote, "Biafrans are trooping into Finland in droves ahead of the declaration of the independent state of Biafra," attaching a video of a large Igbo-speaking crowd awaiting clearance at the Finnish airport. On Friday afternoon, Orabueze posted on her a verified X handle, at Ngozi Ora, that Biafrans are declared an independent state and will now use their own currency, Biafra coins, and time, Biafra time, defying the Nigerian government and the international community. 2027, if he does not do well, we will all work against him. Arewa Youth speaks on Tinubu's fate. The President General of Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, Yerima Shetima, has stated that the Northern region has not decided whether to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu's second-time bid in 2027. In an interview with Punch, Shetima clarified that discussions were ongoing and the region continues to evaluate Tinubu's performance. Shetima's remarks come on the heels of comments by the suspended national chairman of the Arewa Consultative Forum, Maman Osuman, who had declared last week that the North will support a candidate from the region against Tinubu in 2027 to save the North and the country from hardship. Acknowledging criticism of Tinubu's policy from some quarters in the North, Shetima emphasized the importance of allowing grievances to be expressed. The Arewa youth leader noted that the deliberations within the region were focused on Tinubu's ability to address critical issues, including security, economic stability, and social welfare. The Arewa Youth President, the North has not taken any position against Tinubu yet, but those who are not satisfied with his government have the right to voice their anger against him. As it stands today, there is no collective decision by the North on Tinubu, but some of our people are saying Tinubu should change some of his policies and come up with more friendly ones that will put smiles on the faces of Nigerians, and that is what we are encouraging him to do. Anyone who tells you that the North has ganged up against Tinubu is lying. We have not arrived at the decision yet, and I don't think we are getting there yet because some of us believe that the government can still do something. On whether the North will support a candidate from the region against Tinubu, Shetima said, "Why wouldn't I want somebody from the North to succeed Tinubu? I want somebody from the North to succeed Tinubu after 8 years if he does well. But if he doesn't do well in the next election, we will all collectively come out to work against him. However, for now, there's no reason to begin to gang up and begin to think of anything in that form. Abuja herbalist too battling for his life after shooting himself while testing bulletproof charm. Koyo, my dear. Koyo. Abuja-based herbalist identified as Ismail Usman has sustained a severe injury while trying a self-made bulletproof charm. Nigerian news learned that the incident occurred on November 23 at the Kuchibi village in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. In a statement on Saturday, the FCT Police Command spokesperson, Josephine Ade, said Usman picked a local fabricated gun after fortifying himself with a charm he had prepared. Usman reportedly shot himself in the stomach, and the charm failed to protect him, leaving him severely injured. Ade said the police received a distress call from a resident at the incident, stressing that officers from the Baizin division arrived at the scene and rushed Usman to Kubwa General Hospital. The police spokesperson further stated that due to the severity of his injuries, the herbalist was later transferred to Gwagwalada Specialist Hospital, where doctors are working tirelessly to save his life. She said Usman will face charges for unlawful possession of firearms and attempted suicide, which violates Section 231 of the Penal Code of Law of Northern Nigeria. The statement read, a distress call from Shandam Michael reported a shocking event involving Ismail Usman, a local herbalist known for his unconventional methods, in a misguided attempt to test the effectiveness of a self-made bulletproof charm. Usman shot himself in the stomach with a shotgun. Unfortunately, the charm failed to protect him, resulting in life-threatening injuries. Officers from the Basin Division responded swiftly, arriving at the scene to find Usman in critical condition. He was quickly transferred to Kubwa General Hospital for emergency treatment and later transferred to Gwagwalada Specialist Hospital for further care. In the aftermath, police conducted a thorough search of Usman's home, recovering the homemade gun and an array of charms used in his reckless experiment. Uncertainty as Port Harcourt refinery halt operation, loading bar empty. Activities at the Port Harcourt refining company, which commenced operation on Tuesday, have reportedly been halted with the loading bar empty. Nigerian News reports that the Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, inaugurated a new plant at the Area 5 terminal of the refinery, stating that 200 petrol trucks were loading daily from the plant, which is lie. However, the announcement was met with skepticism as reports circulated that the trucks were loaded with old products in the storage tanks. According to Punch, there were no signs of activity during a visit to the plant, as some workers claimed that the refinery was undergoing calibration, which might last till next week. With the hearing, an official on site revealed that the loaded trucks contained dead stock, noting that the large quantity of refined petrol was off-spec, requiring separation from water to obtain the main product in preferred colors. The worker, who spoke anonymously, highlighted that refineries worldwide should operate electronically, not manually, adding that during Kyari's visit on Tuesday, 7 trucks were prepared for loading, but only 5 were filled with petrol, the others with water. The source said, before the refinery was shut down between 2015 and 2016, we had dead stock left in the tank, including some premium motor spirit, which is petrol, DPK, which is kerosene, and automated gas oil, which is diesel. So these products were in large quantities in stores in those tanks. During the rehabilitation of the Port Harcourt refinery, Old Area 5, Those products were evacuated from the tanks for storage. But for DPK, which is kerosene, it is in large quantity, but they have not pushed it from the tank where it was kept after refined, ready for commercial purposes. So the product that was loaded was dead stock. That is old product that was in the system. So after these dead stocks, they will have to clean the tank, remove all the debris before pumping the new product into that tank and re-dye it. But what they are trying to do at the Port Harcourt refinery is manual, which cannot match the new digital pumps. Most of the pumps used for the events were refurbished. Simon Ekpa to spend Christmas in jail over terrorism charges. Pro-Biafran agitator Simon Ekpa, arrested in Finland for alleged terrorism-related activities, will remain in detention through Christmas as Finnish laws do not permit bail in such cases. This was confirmed by Senior Detective Superintendent Mikko Laaksonen of Finland's National Bureau of Investigation in an email to Punch. Ekpa, described as the self-proclaimed Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, was detained alongside 4 others on charges of incitement to violence and terrorism financing. Ekpa's arrest was sanctioned by Jate Hamed District Court on the charges of public incitement to commit a crime with terrorism intent. Finnish publication Yele reported that Ekpa is accused of using social media to instigate violence in Nigeria's southeast region, targeting civilians and government authorities. The Finnish Central Criminal Police also confirmed that the other suspects in the case were detained for allegedly financing terrorism activities. Ekpa's trial is scheduled for May 25, further extending his detention. When asked if Ekpa's charges were bailable or if the prosecution was disposed to release him on bail, Laaksonen said, "Finnish criminal procedure and coercive measures do not recognize bail procedure. Our procedure is based on depending on the case. Remand or travel ban is coercive measures for limiting freedom of movement for persons suspected of offenses to which such measures are applicable." Moving forward, or rather, the last but not the least. Lagos Task Force sacks 2 officers for stealing phone during raid. The Lagos State Task Force has sacked 2 of its officers over an alleged phone theft during a recent raid. Niger News reports that the spokesman of the task force, Badeyan Abdurrahman, in a statement said the incident happened during a raid in the Gowon area of Lagos. Abdurrahman said the officers' misconduct were captured on CCTV, adding that the chairman of the Lagos State Task Force, CSP Adetayo Akerele, condemned their actions. The statement read, the Lagos State Task Force had dismissed 2 of its personnel following their involvement in the theft during a recent raid. The operation conducted at the hotel in Gowon Estate, known for harboring drug users and traffickers, resulted in numerous arrests. However, the integrity of the raid was compromised by the actions of 2 officials whose misconduct was captured on CCTV. The culprits, Fatah Yusuf, 42, and Hamid Garuba, 38, were found guilty of stealing mobile phones from the scene. Both individuals serving as paramilitary officers within the agency were subjected to a meticulous investigation by the agency's disciplinary committee. Upon confirmation of their guilt, they were summarily dismissed from the service and will face immediate prosecution for theft. CSP Adetayo Akerele, chairman of the Lagos State Task Force, strongly denounced their actions, reaffirming the agency's unwavering commitment to integrity and accountability. He issued a stern admonition to all personnel, emphasizing that any breach of ethical conduct will attract severe consequences. The Lagos State Task Force is guided by principles of discipline, equity, and justice. Any act that compromises the agency credibility or erodes public trust will be addressed decisively and without hesitation, according to the CSP Adetayo Akerele. So, my wonderful and the Biafran brothers and sisters, now here we go take bar break. I beg make on a like, share, comment, and make sure to keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. Kemesiano.